Hello everyone and welcome to my final innovation project, a la carte. A la carte is an interactive and educational food service application for hospitals. My innovation development process began by reviewing and researching topics that are in need of improvement within my workplace. There are 4 types of innovation, which include product, process, marketing, and organizational. However, I chose to focus on a process innovation for this project. A process innovation is the implementation of either a new or improved production or method of delivery, which can include altering the techniques or equipment already in place. As a patient care assistant, I constantly run into issues with food service. So my focus was the need to improve how food service documents and delivers meal orders throughout the day to their patients. So why is proper nutrition in food service so important? Proper nutrition is needed for wound healing to occur. Poor nutrition can lead to prolonged healing as well as prolonged hospital stays. Glucose is an important component needed for energy, angiogenesis, and tissue renewal. Fatty acids are also needed for cell structure and are an important part of the inflammatory process. Protein deficiency can also cause reduced collagen production, which then can lead to wound dehiscence. Low serum albumin and increased BMIs can put a patient at risk for developing pressure ulcers. It was found that hospitals incorporating technology into how patients go about ordering their food has led to an increase in their Press Ganey patient satisfaction scores. Although HCAHPS do not necessarily focus on food service, they were found to be influenced by how patients are viewing food service and their overall experience with food. It was also found that less waste occurred if they were implementing these new ways of ordering and these new technologies. Less waste is occurring because there's no longer a need for second orders. So a part of my innovation development process looked at common patient complaints. These complaints were surrounded on the patients not being offered a menu, a lack of selection, and they're usually only offered the special. They're given the incorrect meal oftentimes, even though the food service person comes up to them and takes their order personally. They have found that their meals are always interrupted because they're being whisked away to procedures such as CAT scans, x-rays. They have to go to physical therapy or occupational therapy or various other tests. They also get hungry throughout the day. Most times it's because they're not actually eating the meals due to all the interruptions. Patients also complain about the portion size. They say that they are given way too much food, which again leads to waste. Some patients also forego eating due to not liking the food provided. And new admissions, which is a very common issue, new admissions do not get to select their upcoming meal and are often not given meals at all. So we as staff have to find a turkey sandwich on the floor to give them to eat. So looking at the innovation development process a little further, I looked at patents. Several patents were formed around a messenger or chat room, a wireless menu, some sort of self-service food ordering menu, or a kiosk. I also looked at peer evaluation, and I found that hospital staff were also outlining the same complaints that I ran into. I also looked at a lot of online research. I found a company that was Vision Software Technology. They produced an application that can be used to show a menu, let the patient order, provide nutritional information to them, and it connects directly to their EMR. Another similar application that is also currently in use is called Room Service. They again provide a menu for the patient, and they provide special keys for their diets. So for example, if it's a cardiac diet, they'll have a heart beside it. They can order by phone, and they can order up to 3 meals all at once. My elevator pitch is: ask anyone that has previously stayed overnight at a hospital what their stay was like. Odds are they're going to mention the quality of the food. Hospitals with poor food service are likely to suffer lower patient satisfaction ratings. Some hospitals only offer patients a limited number of food options to choose from, which leads to poor nutritional intake, the same food eaten for each meal, and an increase in patient complaints. With the new bedside table application a la carte, patients can order meals, select portion sizes, ask their provider about new trial diet options, offer a midday snack, deliver meal times, ask questions to food service, provide education about their diet, and provide recipes for use at home. Patients and staff will both benefit from the implementation of a la carte at the application. Now, instead of relying on a single food service employee, patients and staff can use the application for a more accurate and enticing food ordering system. Unlike any other application, a la carte provides a more educational and interactive experience controlled through a continuously updated EMR, which encourages the patient to continue to make healthy food choices both in the hospital and at home. So keep your patients from eating the same turkey and mashed potato meal for lunch and dinner several days in a row by visiting our website to learn more about what a la carte can do for your hospital's patient satisfaction ratings. Looking at the framework for innovation, there are many things that relate to this model. So looking at the left-hand side, where it focuses on the patient, patients now have control over their meals. So this affects how the patient is seen, heard, and how their needs are met. Looking at cost, if we have options for full or half portion sizes, this creates less food wasted. Again, looking at cost, we already have new technology that was just installed at Lancaster General Hospital. So this application could be downloaded to the new bedside table. So this is, again, another cost-effective method for implementation. It helps with patient safety because it prevents malnourishment and increases wound healing. There's also two educational factors because it helps them learn about their current diet order and why the provider chose that for them, and it provides an educational opportunity for them because they're able to email or print recipes for their own use at home. Prevention also keeps down readmission rates for diet issues such as GI disorders or diabetes, anything related to the diet. Several resources are needed in order to create a la carte. We're going to need a project manager, an application developer, a service provider, which is used to create the application, funding from administration. We're going to need an initial model that must be created, trialed, and analyzed so we can determine any barriers or complications that might occur. And then we can also benefit from an analytical tool or a tracking application that actually follows how many patients are using the application. We need a technical support system so then that way if any staff have questions, they can be answered, or for any troubleshooting issues. And then the last portion is feedback on the application from administration, nurses, physicians, patient care assistants, nutritional staff, speech pathologists, and food service themselves. These were the references that I used for this project. Thank you for listening.